Why do countries turn their backs on North Korea, where the choice between global peace and the looming threat of nuclear disaster becomes a matter of survival, power, and an ever-present ticking time bomb? North Korea's aggressive development of nuclear weapons is a major threat to global security. Their frequent tests and displays of power create an atmosphere of constant tension. Any external interference could provoke a military response, potentially leading to a nuclear conflict. This fear factor is why other countries tread so carefully around North Korea. But what makes these weapons such a powerful threat? Here's where things get even more complicated. North Korea has the support of powerful allies like China and, to a lesser extent, Russia. China sees North Korea as a crucial buffer state against US influence in the region. Any aggressive move against North Korea could strain relations with these powerful nations, potentially leading to broader geopolitical conflicts. Ever tried to resolve a family feud? Now imagine it's between nuclear powers. Sanctions have been the main tool used by the international community to pressure North Korea, including trade restrictions, asset freezes, and bans on luxury goods. While these sanctions have economically isolated North Korea, they haven't brought about significant policy changes or weakened the regime's hold on power. The division of the Korean Peninsula after World War II led to the creation of North Korea and South Korea. The Korean War ended with an armistice, not a peace treaty, meaning the two Koreas are technically still at war. This history has created a complex and lasting tension that continues to shape today's geopolitics. Will this long-standing conflict ever truly end? Diplomatic efforts, like the six-party talks involving North Korea, South Korea, Japan, China, Russia, and the US, have aimed to denuclearize the Korean Peninsula. However, these talks often break down due to mistrust and differing agendas. Summits between North Korean leaders and US presidents have shown promise, but haven't led to lasting agreements. North Korea's self-imposed isolation has damaged its economy and strained its relationships with other countries. The regime focuses more on military spending than on economic development, further cutting off its people from global economic trends. This isolation affects the country's economic stability and limits its ability to build meaningful diplomatic relations. Can North Korea maintain this isolation forever? The struggle of North Korean defectors is a heartbreaking story. Many face extreme danger while trying to escape, and those who succeed often struggle to fit into new societies because of language barriers, trauma, and cultural differences. This human cost is often ignored in discussions about North Korea, but it's a key part of understanding the regime's impact on its people. What drives someone to risk everything to flee their homeland? The global impact of North Korea's actions is immense. Any conflict on the Korean Peninsula could have far-reaching consequences, pulling in neighboring countries and possibly triggering a larger international crisis. This potential for escalation is a constant concern for world leaders, who must carefully balance addressing North Korea's provocations with the risk of sparking a wider conflict. It's like a high-stakes game of chess, where one wrong move could set the board on fire. As the world watches, one has to wonder, will there ever be a breakthrough? Or are we doomed to stay on this fragile edge forever? With so many factors at play, the path ahead is far from clear. Still, understanding these complexities is the first step toward imagining a future where peace and stability might finally prevail.